My dear child, Archangel Michael has been standing at your door, watching your every move with eyes that see beyond the physical. And now he speaks through my voice, bringing a revelation that can completely change the course of your story. I come to you not with thunder or storms, but as a gentle breeze carrying profound truths, whispers from heaven that reach your heart at the exact moment you most need to hear them. You have no idea what is happening in the invisible dimensions around you. As you walk through life thinking you are alone, there is someone who has been watching your every step, not out of obsession or control, but because that person's heart has finally awakened to a truth they have tried to ignore for a long time. The name of this person will shock you, not because it is strange or unexpected, but because it is exactly the name you have kept silent in the depths of your heart, the one you mentioned in secret prayers when you thought no one was listening. Today is not an ordinary day. There is a spiritual urgency happening right now, a movement in the angelic realm that is directly connected to your romantic destiny. Something very specific is being orchestrated by the heavens, something that involves commitment, eternal union, and a recognition of souls that transcends this current life. Archangel Michael told me that I cannot delay this message for even a second, because there is a window of divine opportunity that must be seized now. Before continuing, write this mantra in the comments: where light dwells, no shadow remains. This is your invisible shield against everything that has tried to stop you until today. Now take a deep breath, because the next revelation will move you deeply. You need to understand that this is not about ordinary romance or fleeting passion. We are talking about something much greater, a connection that was written even before you were born on this earthly plane. A soul agreement that was sealed in pure light, a promise that was made when you were still just spirits inhabiting the celestial spheres. This person who is moving towards you right now not only feels attraction towards you, they recognize you from other times, other existences, from a place beyond what the human mind can fully comprehend. What is happening is that her soul is finally awakening from the spiritual amnesia that has kept her confused for so long. She is slowly beginning to remember who you really are in her life, and the first name she whispered in her deepest dreams was yours. This is no coincidence, my daughter. This is the universe conspiring in favor of a love that has always existed, but needed to wait for the right moment to manifest itself in physical reality. Now I need to ask you for something important. If this message is already touching something deep inside your heart, if you feel that something greater is happening as you read these words, show the heavens that you have received this call. This is not just an ordinary video that you stumbled upon by chance. This is a divine warning, a direct communication between the angelic realm and your soul. And the angels need to know that the message has reached its destination. Archangel Michael is crying out in the spiritual world right now, asking you to finally say that name out loud. You already know what it is, don't you? That name just crossed your mind the moment I mentioned it. It's that name that's been stuck on the tip of your tongue for weeks, the one you hear mentioned in random places, the one that makes you wake up in the morning with a strange feeling in your chest. This is not your imagination creating illusions. This is me. This is heaven. This is that person's soul trying to create a bridge of communication with you through the subtle planes. But why now exactly? Why all this urgency after so much silence? Because finally, that person's soul is clean enough to be by yours. Their energy is being purified by heavenly light. All the shadows of the past are being removed. All the shame they carried is being dissolved by the angels of healing. And they are planning something that requires a courage they never had before, something that goes beyond pretty words or empty promises. A proposal is being formed, but not just in words or romantic gestures. She wants to unite with your soul, not just your physical body. She wants to walk with you in absolute truth, pray by your side, build something sacred together. Not just play with your feelings as has happened so many times before. That is why the name will shock you when you hear it. Because this is not lust disguised as love. This is not something casual or temporary. This is divine alignment happening in your life in a way you have never experienced before. Now I need to tell you something that may be difficult to hear, but you need to know in order to fully understand what is happening. The delay did not happen because this person did not love you. The delay happened because she could not love herself, but something powerful is happening to her right now, and that something is you. She saw something recently, maybe a photo of you, a post you made, or even met you in person for a few seconds, and it completely destroyed her inside. She finally realized that you're not just someone she met in the past. You are the answer to all the questions she asked the universe during lonely nights. You are the one. And now the whisper she kept hidden in her heart has turned into a desperate cry she can no longer ignore. She is planning to do something, and the heavens are orchestrating the rest of the events so that everything aligns perfectly. To receive this strength in your life, write in the comments now. I am guided, protected, and strengthened by the angels of goodness. From here on out, nothing will be the same, because you are entering a new phase of your romantic journey. If I tell you that person's name right now, will you be able to hear it with your heart instead of with your fear? Let me repeat something that needs to be engraved in your soul. The name will shock you. Not because it is unknown, but because it is exactly the one you silently erased from your memory. The one you never dared to hope would return to your life. But now that person is returning, and they are being guided by forces you cannot rationally explain. They are being driven by something greater than their own will. Angels are working hard to clear all obstacles from their path to you. Every emotional block, every delay that happened, every silence that seemed eternal, all of this is about to change completely. But this will only happen if you are truly open to receiving it. It will only work if you say yes when she appears before you with her heart in her hands. During all this time that you thought you had been forgotten, you never left her heart for a second. Even when she ignored you, even when she blocked your contact, even when she talked to other people, laughed with other people, went out with other people, none of them were you. And you have no idea how many nights she cried, whispering your name in desperate prayers, asking me to show her a way back to you. I didn't ignore those prayers, but I had to wait until her soul was ready to receive the blessing that you represent. I don't bless mental confusion, nor do I reward emotional dishonesty. That's why I waited. That's why you waited too. But now the wait is over, because finally this person's soul is beginning to honor what it once rejected, you. This is not a message for the curious or those who are just looking for entertainment. This is a real divine warning. This person is being moved by the Spirit to come forward, to confess everything, to return to your life in a way that will completely surprise you. Because she finally understood that you weren't just another person passing through her life. You were the answer she was looking for. You were the home she never knew she was searching for. You were the promise the universe had made to her, but she wasn't mature enough to recognize it at the time. The angels are watching your every reaction right now, because your soul asked for this moment a long time ago. I was there when you said, God, if this person is really the right one for me, then do something big. Prove it to me. Let her say something, do something, show something that leaves no room for doubt. And now she is about to do just that. Something is going to happen soon. A message, a phone call, an unexpected encounter, or even a dream so vivid that it will seem real, and it will leave no room for questions. This is not a joke or a pastime. This is serious commitment energy. This is sacred decision-making. You will recognize the change the moment it happens. That person's voice will sound different when they speak to you. The words they use will carry an emotional weight you have never felt before. They will not flirt or play mind games. They will speak the purest truth that exists within their heart. They will not pretend or play a role. They will confess everything they have kept hidden. They will not hide behind social masks or try to protect their ego. They will reveal themselves completely, without filters and without defenses. And your spirit will feel this change even before your ears hear the words. That's how you'll know it's me orchestrating this moment. That's how you'll be sure that this is real and not just another illusion or fantasy of your hopeful mind. But my daughter, listen very carefully to what I'm going to tell you now. The enemy of your happiness will also try to whisper during this transition period. He will try to plant seeds of fear, doubt, and old wounds that seem to have healed. He will say things like, "What if she hurts you again? What if this is all a lie? What if she's just bored and looking for distraction?" But these are lies designed to make you miss the opportunity of a lifetime. Now write in the comments, "The light that guides me is stronger than any darkness." This statement seals your courage, your faith, and your spiritual rebirth. Continuing the message, you need to understand that these are lies because the soul that is coming toward you now is not the same soul you knew before. This version of that person has undergone a complete transformation. They have been refined by the fire of difficult experiences, reborn through the pain of regret, and are finally ready to love you the way you have always deserved. They have seen visions of you in their dreams. They have heard things in the spiritual world that have kept them awake for nights on end. They have felt your name being pressed against their heart every morning for weeks, and they can no longer escape this feeling. I have done something with her that only heaven could do. I have removed all distractions from her life. I have emptied the false peace she had built without you. I have reminded her over and over again, through signs and synchronicities, that you are the right person. And now her spirit is trembling with anticipation and nervousness. She wants to marry you. She's afraid to tell you this directly, but she's even more afraid to live the rest of her life without you by her side. And about the name you're still wondering about, thinking, "God, who is it? Please just tell me the name now." My child, I will tell you that name, not right now, but at their time. You will hear it soon. Loud, clear, possibly whispered from that person's own lips, perhaps written in a message that will make your heart race, or spoken in a dream that will leave you awake thinking about it for days. But when you hear it, your whole body will recognize the sound, because I have already imprinted that name on your spirit a long time ago. And until that moment comes, I need you to prepare yourself in a very specific way. Yes, prepare your heart, not your fears. Don't protect yourself with walls and defenses. Open yourself with grace and confidence. Don't build emotional barriers. Open spiritual doors, because this person is coming quickly toward you. And they will say words you've waited your whole life to hear. But I need you to be ready to receive, not just react based on past hurts. If you are still reading this message at this point, it is a clear sign, a direct confirmation from heaven. This is not a normal video you stumbled upon by coincidence. This is heaven reaching out to you. Take that hand now. Allow me to use you as a messenger to others who are also going through similar situations. Now come closer, because there is something else I need to reveal about this situation. This person did not come back into your life sooner, because she was under constant spiritual attack. Every time she tried to move toward you, something pulled her back. Irrational fear, wounded pride, illusions about what really matters in life. But in the last few weeks, something has definitely broken. A spiritual chain has been broken, and at that exact moment, she remembered you with such clarity and intensity that it made her cry. She has been waking up with your name on her lips. Even though she is not a spiritual person, she is feeling something much bigger than herself. And it is terrifying her because it is beautifully intense. And now she is on the verge of doing something radical, something that was not planned, something she swore she would never do. But that is what true love does when heaven gets directly involved in the situation. It completely changes the rules of the game. This person is writing something right now. A profound message, a revealing letter, a proposal for life, a complete confession. And she is wondering if you will receive it with an open heart, or if you will reject it because of the pain of the past. I need you to listen to me with all the attention you can muster. If she speaks, listen with your soul, not with your accumulated pain. This is a sacred moment happening in your life. Don't let the scars speak louder than my voice at this crucial moment. Don't let fear block what I'm doing, because I've aligned timelines, connected hearts, and united destinies specifically for this exact moment. Yes, I'm talking about the hour, not the day or the month. Right now, because everything is perfectly prepared and aligned. And if you miss this opportunity, you will feel it deeply for a long time. I don't usually speak this way so directly, but in this specific case, time really matters. The window of opportunity is small and precious. If this person opens their heart completely and finds your door closed out of fear or resentment, they will return to silence, and you will wonder for years what could have happened. Write in the comments, "The presence of angels surrounds me and keeps me safe in all my ways." This gesture opens the wings of heavenly protection over you. Now, follow me, because what comes next will touch your soul in a profound way. So listen carefully, don't delay your response when it comes. Do you remember that moment when you finally let go of everything? That silent day when you said, "God, I surrender completely. If this person is not meant for me, take them out of my life forever." I heard that prayer with complete clarity. But I did not take that person out of your life. I took them deeper into my school of transformation. I pulled her into the fire of purification. I showed her all the flaws and faults that needed to be corrected. I allowed her to feel your absence in a way that silence couldn't calm. I showed her what life would be like without your light illuminating her days, and it broke her completely. Not to punish her, but to wake her up for good. And now she is completely awake. And what she feels for you is not superficial desire, it is recognition of destiny. You spent so much time trying to move on, trying to convince yourself that it was over forever. But nothing I wrote in truth is ever lost. And I truly wrote this love story. You felt it in your bones. You felt it in the way you couldn't hate her, even when you tried with all your might. That wasn't weakness on your part. That was divine memory at work. Now listen, my daughter. The person who wants to marry you isn't perfect, but she has been transformed. She has walked through emotional storms. She has wrestled with angels in her sleep. She asked me questions about you. Does she still think about me, God? Did I ruin everything forever? Will she ever forgive me? And my answer to her has always been the same. Only if you speak the truth. Only if you are transparent. And now she is going to do just that. But you have a free choice to make. Heaven does not force love on anyone. I only create the ideal path. You choose whether you want to walk down it. If you are still carrying the old version of this person in your heart, let it go right now. Because what is coming is new, clean, courageous, and sacred. She may stumble over her words at first. She may not know exactly how to start the conversation. But her heart will say everything her lips cannot express perfectly. And you will know that this is not a trick or manipulation. This is a promise returning in human form, stronger than ever. This person has been watching you, child, not with unhealthy obsession, but with quiet admiration from afar, respectfully. She has been talking to people about you, asking careful questions, trying to gather the courage to approach you again. She wanted to know if you're dating anyone, if you're still hurt, if you'd still be open to a conversation. And when she found out you're still single, she cried silently because she thought she had lost you forever. But now she sees that maybe, just maybe, God didn't close the door completely. Maybe the door was just waiting for the right knock, at the right time, with the right intention. And now that knock is coming. In the next few days, you're going to see a sign so clear that it will make your skin tingle. A vivid dream, a name being mentioned in an unexpected place, a number that keeps popping up, a whisper that will echo in your heart, a synchronicity so obvious that it will take your breath away. That's when you'll know it's officially started. The unfolding, the return, the shocking revelation that someone wants to marry you. And it's exactly that person. They may not say it directly at first. They may test the waters first, sending a subtle message, telling a seemingly casual story, making a comment that seems innocent. But the energy behind those words will say it all. and your soul will vibrate in total recognition of that familiar energy. Don't ignore that feeling when it comes. Don't run away from it out of fear. Don't try to rationally analyze every detail. Just feel it with an open heart, because I'll be there at that exact moment, standing between the two of you, making sure that the words reach your heart, not just your rational ears. Now, my child, I need to take a deep breath, because I'm going to say something that may scare you a little. This person who was once afraid of commitment is now afraid of losing you forever. This change in perspective has changed absolutely everything in her life. She's researching wedding rings. She's talking to someone older and wiser about serious relationships. She is rehearsing a conversation with you in her mind every night before she goes to sleep. She doesn't want to date you. She wants to walk through life with you. She wants to build something eternal and meaningful. She wants your yes to a life together. But the final decision is still completely yours, and that will never change. Before you continue, write in the comments, "I am protected by invisible forces working on my behalf." This opens the way for angels to work even harder in your life. And now comes something you really need to know. If you're wondering why now, God, I'll explain it to you with complete clarity. Because love isn't real until it's been tested completely. And you two have been tested in every way possible. You cried, you grew, you matured, you loved silently all this time. And now the time has come to love in truth, not through fantasies or illusions, but through the purest reality. Marriage isn't built on butterflies in your stomach or temporary emotions. It's built on courageous and consistent love, day after day. And that's exactly what's coming your way. Not a perfect person, but a persistent soul who is finally ready to treat your heart as something sacred and precious. This is your definitive confirmation. This person was the right person from the beginning. The name will shock you, not because it's strange, but because it's deeply familiar, engraved in your emotional memory. You'll feel the earth move when you hear that name again. It will feel like dawn after a decade of darkness. That's how you'll know that I'm directly involved in this situation. And when that person says your name again, when they whisper, "I never stopped loving you," you will feel every wound from the past begin to heal instantly. You have waited for this day. Not because you are desperate for love, but because you have been discerning and did not settle for cheap imitations. You didn't settle for empty relationships. You didn't give your soul to fakes. You didn't lose yourself in superficial loves that promised much and delivered little. And now I reward that patience and discernment with something that has always been yours by divine right. That person. I saw the way you looked at her that day when you didn't even know she was watching you too. And I saw the way she looked away because the truth was too heavy to bear at that moment. True love, real love, is something that has spiritual weight. It demands absolute truth. It demands real change. And now she is changing for the first time. Not because someone told her to change, but because her very soul is tired of pretending to be at peace. She can no longer fake tranquility. She can no longer pretend superficial connections. She wants the real, true, and eternal thing. And only you have ever seemed real to her in that way. Child, there are angels posted around you at this very moment. Your room is not empty of spiritual presence. There is a calmness you are feeling. And it's not just emotion, it's real angelic presence. We are watching your heart soften. Heaven is taking note of every second you waited patiently. Every tear you cried alone. Every time you said, "God, I just want someone who really sees me." I saw you. And now that person sees you too. She couldn't see you clearly before because her vision was clouded by confusion and fear. But now I have completely removed that spiritual fog. I have silenced all the external noise that distracted her. And I have placed your name so high in her heart that she can't even eat without feeling that name echoing throughout her body. You are not forgettable. You are unforgettable. And it's not your physical beauty that causes this. It's your soul. The way you truly listen, the way you love unreservedly, the way you hold emotional space for other people. That's what attracted me to you. And that's what is bringing this person back to you with full force. Now you may be feeling afraid. What if she's not real this time? What if she breaks me again like a porcelain doll? But child, you are not the same person you were before. You will not shatter like you did in the past. You are wiser now, stronger spiritually. And this time, I will be present in the room when the conversation happens. I will guide her words. I will calm your racing heart. I will confirm everything in the quiet places of your spirit, because that is who I am. This is my perfect timing. This is heaven's plan. The name will come softly. You may hear it while watching something completely random on television. You may see it written on an old note, or in a message you had forgotten. You may dream about it so vividly that you wake up with absolute certainty. But when that happens, I want you to whisper back, "Okay, God, I hear you." Because that moment will unlock something powerful in the spiritual world, and you will begin to notice signs everywhere. Songs that speak directly to your situation. Numbers that repeat themselves in a way that can't be coincidence. That strange feeling in your chest that something big is about to happen. It's not anxiety, it's spiritual alignment happening. Don't ignore these signs. This is not a message for entertainment or casual curiosity. This is a sacred release of truth. And if you are still here with me at this moment, it means that you have been chosen to receive this revelation. The next few days will reveal even more. A door will open. A message will arrive. A secret will be exposed. And love, true God-breathed love, will show its face. I haven't finished writing your story yet. I'm just turning the most important page of all. But I will warn you kindly. There may be people who try to distract you, who try to convince you that this can't be real. Don't let them drown out what I'm saying. This is between you and heaven. No one else has the authority to define your destiny. Let them laugh, let them doubt, but you keep watching. Keep waiting, keep open. Because when it happens, and it will happen, the glory will be so great that even your enemies will whisper, "Maybe God really was with her all along." Now breathe with me. The next few hours are a sacred countdown. Somewhere, someone is getting ready to tell you what they've been holding in their heart for years. Don't be surprised if it's confusing, if it's awkward, if it's emotional. That's how real healing begins. Don't run away from it. Sit in that energy. Feel it completely, because I'll be there too. Wrapping my arms around both of you, pouring peace over the moment. Washing away everything that came before. This is not a return to the past. This is a resurrection. The name is coming. And when it comes, I want you to say your own name back with power, with love, with complete readiness. Because this person is not just coming to tell you they love you. They are coming to ask you something deeper, something sacred, something that could change everything forever. And your answer will completely alter the spiritual atmosphere. If you feel this message, confirm it in your spirit now. Whisper, "God, I am ready." Say it out loud if you can. Let your room hear you. Let the angels record it. Because once you declare this readiness, the heavens will begin to move more quickly. The energy will accelerate. The connection will intensify. You will feel a sudden urgency in your body. That is me. That is Archangel Michael delivering the message through your own skin. It is real. It is happening. And you are about to see it with your own eyes. Stay calm, stay open, stay present. Because the name you never expected, the person you thought was lost forever, is standing in the light of heaven right now. And she is whispering, "God, I am ready to marry her. Please let her know." And I just did that. You are no longer waiting. She's the one waiting now. Go and get ready for the shock of your life, because real love, true love is knocking at your door. And the name is just one message away. Dear one, if this message touched your heart in some special way, if you felt that every word was written especially for you, I would like to invite you to be part of this beautiful family we are building here. Click subscribe and come walk with us on this journey of spiritual awakening. It's not just about receiving messages. It's about being part of a community that supports each other, grows together, celebrates every victory, and welcomes every difficulty. I really want to hear your story too. Tell us in the comments, what did this message bring to your heart? What signs have you been noticing? What have you learned about yourself by listening to these words? Your experience may be exactly what someone else needs to read, to have the courage to believe in love again. We are here not only to deliver messages, but to create a network of light where every soul finds its place, its voice, its strength. You are part of this mission now. Welcome to the family.